Hey, what's up, guys? It's Matt Modi with OddsJam, and what I'm going to do in this video, I'm just going to give out my NRFI pick. To do a recap of today's slate, so two of my bets have finished. Both of them have hit, which is awesome. A, it guarantees profit, and B, it brings my total baseball bettings to a profit. It also makes my new strategy, which I'm highlighting specifically here, up over $200, just over $200. So really awesome to have this success betting on baseball, especially knowing that it's been working with my new strategy. So going to continue the same strategy, see how things go. For this video, I'm specifically giving out a yes run first inning bet. Part of my strategy actually doesn't involve yes run first inning bets, but I do more research into specific ones, yes or no run. It's not just one. Just yes or no. And I will play them if the play makes sense. So I found one that does make sense. So like there's a Rays one here, there's a Diamondbacks one here, there's a Mariners Orioles one here, there's a Giants. I see a bunch of these are specific to yes run first innings. I ended up finding one specifically that I liked. And what we're looking at here is in the Rays Brewers game. So I did a little bit of research into this one. Number one, I like the fact that it's a direct ARB to the OddsJam line. This OddsJam line here, it's pulled from the most accurate bookmaker in the world. It's going to have the most efficient betting market, the most accurate odds. So beating the OddsJam line is what gives you your edge. In this case, it has a pretty big edge of 7.5%. And I like the fact, like I said, that it's a direct ARB to the OddsJam line, which shows you that this is truly a good bet to take. To look into the math a little bit more, so the OddsJam line prices this at plus 101. With the VIG removed, it's priced at plus 108. So that gap between plus 108 and plus 124 on FanDuel, that is what has positive expected value associated with it. That is what gives you your edge of 7.5%, which I will now add here, 7.5%. We'll come back to that later. I'll also make sure that I note that this is a new day. And the last thing that I look for when I'm looking at this page is anything that is market width 25 cents and below. A market width is a way we calculate confidence in the line. The closer these two numbers are together, the lower the market width is going to be, which equals more confidence. So anything 25 and below is fair game. This one being at 16, perfect, well within range. So the next thing I like to do from a math perspective is just look into the odds themselves. Look into the sports books themselves to see where they're pricing these odds at. And in this case, we see a pretty big discrepancy from the FanDuel line and the rest of the books. So the one that's closest to FanDuel is BetRivers at plus 118. But OddsJam, DraftKings, Caesars, they all price this closer to the OddsJam line, which shows me that this FanDuel one is a true discrepancy. So I ended up putting a 3-unit play on this one. So let me add it to my spreadsheet. It was Rays, Brewers, yes run first inning. This is going to be the 28th. This was a 3-unit $75 play for me at plus 124 odds. So now if I want to calculate my actual mathematical profit in terms of dollars from this bet, all I need to do is just multiply the amount I bet, which was 75, by the percent of this mathematical profit margin, and it gives me roughly a $5.63 bet for me on this one. Now, I looked into it a little bit more just from a handicapping perspective. Now, to be honest, what I talk about on the video, it's pretty high level. It's not all of the research that I do, but if I went into everything, it would take a lot longer. So I just do the high level. Number one, we don't know who's starting yet for the Rays. That always makes me a little bit weary for this pitcher. It makes me think that they're going to do some sort of bullpen day, or they're just not sure who's going to start, which is never good for the team. On the Milwaukee side, pretty rough pitcher in Brandon Woodruff, 4.75 ERA. I looked at the NRFI stats specifically for the Rays and the Brewers. So the Rays here are at 33 and 35, so pretty much 500 in terms of yes, no run first inning, actually trending a little bit closer to the no run, but they are the home team here, and for whatever reason, they trend more yes at home. I don't know if that's probably more happenstance than anything, than it actually being a correlation, but just something interesting to note. And then the Brewers trend more towards the yes run first inning side, again, ever so slightly, so it kind of evens out. But same thing here, trend more towards yes away. Again, I don't know how much of that is actually it's just noise in terms of, or actually something to put in stock, but I just thought that was interesting. The last thing that I do, I just look at the batters. So the Rays versus a right-handed pitcher, which is what Woodruff is. They actually have worse favorable odds against left-handed pitchers or right-handed pitchers than they do left. Granted, it's on a much larger sample size. So batting 260 against lefties, 227 against righties. Pretty much everything is lower across the board on right versus left, but again, on a much smaller sample size. But regardless, I thought that this bet was worth taking. So again, I put 3 units on it. This was a $75 play for me, and that is going to be my first bet for the 28th betting slate, June 28th. I'm going to have more, but as of right now, this is all I got. So if you are tailing, let me know. Would love to hear it. Hit me up at my Twitter handle that is flashed on the screen here, Modi_Matt. Comment on the video. Let me know you're tailing that way. Other than that, please remember to like, share with your friends, and then subscribe. But that's all I got for you. So thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.